Hi guys, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I want to talk about a subject that is a bit like the holy grail of PKU world, and that's meringues. I've got some here that I've already done, which I'm going to show you how to do. So a classic, which is a lemon meringue pie. So you've seen us make the pastry. That's filled with a lemon curd and then the meringues piped on top. We've got a meringue shell which you can then fill with cream and fruit. All meringues will keep in an airtight tub. You can also freeze them as well. I've just done a mini pavlova, which is just then 2 discs which you can sandwich together. And these are what's called a meringue. So these are a meringue cookie. So inside these you've got some white chocolate, nice and chewy in the middle, and raspberries. So again, you can be creative once you can do the basic meringue. And let's talk you through that. So the product we're going to use today is our egg white replacer. Again, this is one of the things that you might have in the store cupboard and you've never used before, so maybe a good time to get it out and have a try of the meringues. To do meringues, you need to be 24 hours in advance. So you need to mix the powder with water, leave it in the fridge overnight. When you've then mixed it, you get this viscous, thick liquid. So it's clear. It looks quite lumpy when you first start, so don't panic. Just keep stirring it. Leave it in the fridge overnight, and then when you come back in the morning, it then looks like this. Make sure there's no lumps in it. Make sure it's completely dissolved before you use it. And like I said, you've got to kind of do this 24 hours in advance. The only thing with making these meringues is you do need some heavy machinery. I've got a KitchenAid that does this, but you can do it by hand, because this needs to whisk for about 15 minutes. The longer you whisk it, the more air you get into it, the bigger the volume. The recipe's on my LowProteinConnect. You can look on Twitter and bits on Facebook as well for the basic meringue recipe. There's another few videos of how to use it. I've already whisked it up just because it takes so long, and we've added the sugar. So let's talk about sugar. It needs to be caster sugar because it's fine. You can't use granulated, and you can't use icing sugar for this one, so it's got to be caster sugar. So the overall look of the meringues, and I've done two to show you. This is the golden caster sugar, so you can see that it adds a brown colour to the meringues when they're done, where these white meringues are done with white caster sugar. So again, it's your choice on whatever you've got in there, but the overall look of the meringues whenever you've done them is down to the sugar. Once you've whisked it, you can then colour them. So you can add colour into the piping bag, you can mix some paste colour into this, change it. So if you've got somebody's birthday and you want to do some little stars or some shapes, hearts for Valentine's Day, you can then change and do that. Let me show you the texture of the meringue when it's done. So like I say, this has been whisking for about 15 minutes. And then you'll get these, what we call stiff peaks to the mixture. All the meringues in, I add it slowly at a time so it's got time to dissolve. If you dump all the sugar in one go, sometimes it doesn't get dissolved. It can be a little bit gritty when you touch it. What we want is kind of like cloud-like meringues with the peaks then like that. So let me show you how to do some of the piping. You don't have to have a piping bag. Again, for the things like the meringues, all I've done is I've put some white chocolate chips and some freeze-dried raspberries. I've stirred that through the mixture and I've just put dollops onto a lined baking tray. They can then go in the oven. But for anything else, if you kind of need to want to pipe it, let me show you. Fold the piping bag over your hand and then start filling the piping bag from the top. Scrape it off on your thumb on the side. Oh, I need it a little bit for that to show you another trick. Knock it down, squeeze a little bit out, and then to do, let's do a nest. So you just start piping into a disc, and then stop, and then we're going to just put another layer on the top, which then creates like a dam, so you can then fill and use that. You can do some stars. You can do some long finger logs and then sandwich the two together with some cream. That just shows you some basic bits to do it, but again, you can just put dollops on there, you can mash it up and then put some fresh raspberries to it and make an eating mess. So once you've got these, they'll last for ages, and it's a really good exchange for your go-to dessert. So let me show you another little tip that I've got. On the website you'll see a recipe for what we've got is double cream. So that's a white sauce that's made with a low protein mix and some butter and then the milk. We allow that to cool and then you whisk it. So it's then like this texture, so I think that's a little bit too thick. So what I've kind of done with this is, if you can fold in some of your meringue mixture, so add a dollop first and beat that in, that will slacken the mixture. And then if you fold in another dollop of meringue, and folding just means cutting through with a metal spoon, fold to the middle and cut through. You can see that this lightens this mixture so it becomes and looks more like double cream. Flavour this cream with some vanilla extract. You can do some lemon, orange, lime zest. You can put some almond extract in there. You can put some salted caramel extract in there. Whatever you kind of want to do on your berries, on your meringues you can do. So let's just take our nest. Let's put some of our exchange-free double cream in there. And then again, I've just got some pineapple and I've got some fresh berries. So I'm going to just sprinkle some of them over the top with some of the juice. Again, nice with fresh strawberries, whatever fruit you've got. Don't forget, you can use tin fruit on this. The mandarins are really nice on this. The pineapples, apricots, even rhubarb's really nice on that. So you've kind of got, for meringue, you've got the meringue basic recipe and you've also got the cream. Once the meringues are cooked and cooled, you can then store them in the freezer. So again, you can keep them in an airtight tub and they'll last for about 2 weeks. So you can take them out, use them whenever you want to do it. Or if you're making things like the marookies, you can keep them in the freezer and then take them out and then use it as you want to do it. Meringue discs are really good as well. You can put a lollipop stick in there and dip them in chocolate, so you've kind of got a meringue lolly. You can also add a layer to this in between a sandwich cake as well, which adds another texture and another flavour. Or you can crumble this up and just literally sprinkle it over cakes or over cupcakes. Because it's exchange free, you just find loads of ways of using it. And if you're going to make meringue, you might as well make a few different bits and then try it. I'd love to see some of your meringue creations. If you want to post a picture on Twitter or you've got a question about anything to do with meringues, leave me a question and I'll get back to you. Until then, I'll see you next time. Bye.